Hello everyone, I'm here at one of the Dio's event for his memorial, and next to me is Eddie. Eddie, how are you doing, bro?
Very good, thank you. Appreciate it.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, it's a great weekend.
You were talking about a very funny story about you and Dio in England. Tell us about that.
Well, in 2006, I was asked to do the first interview with Black Sabbath when they reunited with Dio under the name Heaven and Hell. So I went to Birmingham, England, and Ronnie and I were staying in the same hotel. And we got there around the same time, and we spent a few days together, and we had a great, great time. And one of the nights that I was there with the night off, I found out that UFO was playing nearby, or I thought nearby. And Ronnie knows how much I love UFO. So I desperately wanted to go to the show, but I had no idea where it was, how far away it was, how I could possibly get to where I needed to go because I didn't have a car or anything. And Ronnie I gave up trying to go. I figured it's just not going to happen. I'm not going to go. But Ronnie would not stop bugging me about going. Like, oh, I can't believe you're not going to go. And you claim you're a fan and you love this band and all. How could you call yourself a fan and not go to UFO? And he was going on and on. And he just kept beating me up about it so much that it got to the point where I went to the hotel front desk and got instructions on trains to take. And I tried to go, and the first stop on the first train, I missed the connection, and I didn't make the show. And then I got back. He said, "Oh, you're such a big fan, and you didn't even make it to the concert." So it was just people that knew him. He was really, really a big time, as we call him, ball buster. And he worked me pretty good that day, so much that he actually got me to get on a train. And then when I came back, he goes, "If you really want to go, I'll drive you in my car." I said, "No."
Wow, great. Also, you talk when you went to his grave, you crossed a fan of Dio.
Yeah, it was a very powerful moment. I went to visit his grave. I didn't tell anybody I was going. And I walked to the site, and the guy was walking away as I was walking towards it, and he stopped and he recognized me, and he was a fan, and he took a photo with me, and he just told him what an incredible moment that was, because he never in a million years would expect to see me. I don't even live in Los Angeles, so it was a very powerful thing for him to have paid his respects to Ronnie and then turn around and there I was. So I talked to him for a little bit, and then we both went our own ways. And then once I got into the parking lot, I realized, this is the kind of way Ronnie's still bringing his fans together. So I turned the car and I followed him a little bit, and I beeped the horn, and I said, "Hey, pull over." I said, "We want to come to a taping of the TV show tomorrow?" And he said, "Yeah." I said, "I would love to. That's incredible." So I put him on the list and had him come to the show. So it was just something I thought about, what would Ronnie do with a fan like this? And he was telling me what a big fan of my show was. And I said, well, if there's an opportunity that I can do something kind of cool in the spirit of Ronnie, who he was visiting, I thought that would be the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, your status as popular let you be close to all the musicians, all the idols, all the artists. But how do you think if Ronnie was so nice with everyone, remembering names, spending time with the fans, what do you think about others that they just try to reject fans, or I don't have time, or they don't? Because Ronnie
was an exception. Ronnie was an exceptional. I mean, he was above and beyond. I don't know if anybody could ever do what Ronnie did now. Of course they could, but it's difficult. I mean, we're in a day and age where everybody's got cameras and paparazzi and all this stuff and instant media. It's very hard to make everybody happy. You do the best that you can. Ronnie was just exceptional in that area. There are people that are better at dealing with fans than others, certainly. But everybody's going to have a bad day every once in a while. And unfortunately, one person, it only takes one person for you to not have a good exchange with, or just didn't get the experience they want. And because of social media now, they can go on the social media and make it into a big deal. So it's just the age that we live in. But Ronnie was extraordinary at being able to do that.
Okay, without names, have you ever had a bad experience with an artist that you admire?
Sure. A couple of my heroes that I grew up with have been difficult to deal with at times. But for the most part, the people that deal with me, we have a great relationship, a great mutual respect. You know, for what I do, it's a little bit tough because I pride myself on being honest if I don't like something. And a lot of artists don't want that. They want you to say everything they did is the greatest, or they want you to just support whatever they're selling you that day. And a lot of artists are cool about it if you don't like something that they're doing at that very moment, and will be objective about it. But there's just as many, unfortunately, that you know, will get upset with you and not talk to you anymore, and it's unfortunate. But if you want to be true to your audience, I think you have to be honest about how you feel if you're asked. I mean, that's kind of your job.
Well, your TV show is going everywhere. And what about Latin America? How do you feel that you are being part of that market too?
I love the fact that the TV show that metal show is seen in other countries. It's been tremendous. One of my big frustrations is it's not on everywhere. You know, I wish it was on in more countries. In some countries I hear it's on and then it comes off, and it's hard to try and kind of really figure out. But I have nothing to do with that end of it. I'm just really happy that in some countries it is seen, and I am really, when I hear from people in those countries, I'm very excited about it. And in some cases it gives me the opportunity to go to those countries. I've been to Mexico, I've been to Colombia, I've been to Costa Rica, I've been to Brazil, all because of the success of the TV show in those countries. I wish we were on in more countries, quite honestly, but it's not up to me. I don't control that. But I'm grateful. It just shows that if you do something that the fans of this genre connect with, they really will support it.
Have you ever thought to do something in Spanish? Not you as a host, but maybe producing because there are about, I don't know, 20 countries that speak Spanish. It's a big market.
I know that my show is subtitled in Spanish in the countries that it runs in, but my focus is trying to keep the show I have going, so I haven't thought about another show yet. But
yeah. Tough.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's tough. People would be surprised at how tough it is just to keep the show I have on going. You know, it's not that easy.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey everyone, if you enjoyed this interview, be sure to like it and subscribe.
Thank you for the interview, Eddie.
Thank you. Thank you for the time. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Brain